Now we have to go ahead and apply the texture. I'll take in some sap green, touch of blue, cobalt blue, and just a touch of black, and some white. Wipe off the excess paint, and let's come right over here on this one and start off from there. And don't start off from the light area, start off from the darkest area which you've painted. And as you run out of paint, you can apply more pressure. I'm using the number 2 fan brush for this. You could even make use of a tree and texture brush. And let's continue that all the way till there. Look at that, it's that easy. And as we're gonna go there, I'm gonna add in some white to that same pile of paint. Taking off as much as paint as possible. Just tap it very lightly and create some interest. And when you're blocking in, don't overmix the colors, instead let them be very rough. Now to that very same color, I've added in just a bit of white. Don't want too much detailing there. I've taken off excess paint as much as possible. Let's go ahead and apply the texture. Fair enough. And let's go ahead and apply a boundary for this, just to indicate where it ends. Okay, something over there, and something comes off right over there. Do unblend it. So now I've taken some green, white, touch of blue, cobalt blue, and let's come right over here and just drop in some more of that, making it look very uneven. See something over there. Create your own shapes. Also, you can have a reference. It'll be dense over there. It'll be open over there. Look at that, just like that. Turn the brush. And let's continue the tree line. For that, I've taken in more of blue. And I'll skip some spots. Look at that, it's that easy. Less is more. We have many trees in this painting. I've darkened that color up. But while painting these, I used the rigger brush. Okay, fair enough. And we'll drop in some individuals here and there, and some over here too. That creates a lot of interest. Okay, got another one. Now on my manipulated flat brush, I've taken in some lime yellow and just a touch of white and some black and some green, just to lighten it up. Okay, let's go right over there too. But here I'm tapping it very lightly and slowly. That creates all those individual trees. Brighten that color a bit. Okay, something like that. Creating that forestish look. So now I've taken in some white on my manipulated flat brush. Just drop in that color and have a small path over here. Follow your sketch and just over here and throw in some color randomly. So just like that, don't want it to look like grass. When that one's busy drying, I'll take in my number 2 fan brush with some sap green. Let's go ahead and drop in the textures on this foreground grass. Okay, something like that. And it goes all the way up to the top. And some over here to start off from the bottom and go towards the top. Start off from the darkest region. Do not start from that region where you want it to be light. And some over here too, using the number 2 fan brush. Now I've taken in some sap green and touch of white into that same pile of paint. And look at that on my manipulated flat brush. And make sure that the bottom is a bit dark. Okay. This makes the painting look realistic. Another individual lies over there. Don't need to be everywhere. Just tapping it here and there. Added more of white to get that effect. These are watercolors and they sometimes dry a shade dull. So to avoid that, I'm using a shade brighter than what I want. Okay, something like that and something over here too. And let's drop in some over here too. Just a bit, not much, just a bit. Not tapping it too hard. In fact, I've loaded very little paint. I've let the paint to dry almost and I've loaded that paint into my brush. Let's tap or two here. And let's go ahead and drop in the textures to these rocks over here in the foreground, giving that connection between the shadow and the highlight. Okay, something like that. And drop in the stones. Create all sorts of shapes, different sizes. Just lighten it up a bit by adding in some green to that. Something like that. And it's totally up to you. You can create all sorts of shapes. That's the advantage. Now I've taken in some white, pure white, on my detail round brush and highlight some of these stones over here and some over here too, just a bit. Again, do it like that. And you can have them as many or as few as you want. And I've added just a bit of water into my paint. That is a white paint. I'm just replacing the boundary with the highlight, being super loose over there. And now let's go ahead and drop in the accent highlight. Okay, something over there. And the path will have some light over there. As it's going to come down, the light will get more blended. And highlighting these stones just a bit, just a touch over here and there. Another one over here too, without a shadow. Just want them to be fixed. Blend that, and some over here too. With this, I come to the end of this painting. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.